Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am glad you're here today, whether you are a new viewer or you're a returning viewer. Usually my channel is about all knitting, crocheting, sewing, and a ton of talking. Well, today it's about knitting. And I know it can be about crochet as well, but stick around, grab your project, grab your drink, grab you something to occupy yourself while you spend a few minutes with me. And thank you for that. I appreciate the fact that you're taking a little bit of time out of your day to hang out with me in my little crazy little squirrel world around here. So if you are new here, yes, I have squirrel moments. Hence, squirrels over here, squirrels on a poster, squirrels out in my yard, squirrels in my head. You know, we all love squirrels around here. But seriously, today, okay, so when I was talking about what I planned for the new year, there was a lot of things that I wanted to do this year. I wanted to add more days, more content, you know, during my week. I wanted to add some challenges. Well, along that note is today's video. So I come across this podcaster quite by accident, and I saw it's called 12 Cast Stones in 2026. Now, those of you who have been here, you know that I already have a 2026 stash busting challenge that I issued for myself. That I would do, actually, it's a challenge to where I need to do 2,026 grams and knit and 2,026 grams and crochet out of my stash. So, and I do have that video, I can link it below. But this is sort of kind of going to tie into that. Maybe. I don't know. I might end up keeping them totally separate because I don't know yet. Right now, I'm going to try to keep them separate. I don't know that what I knit in the 12 cast stones with, oh, let me tell you who that's by for the way first. See, I was trying to tell you that there was a lot of challenges that I wanted to do this year. And by doing that, if I haven't lost you, sorry, I have not been sleeping well. I know in a couple videos ago I said I need sleep, or a few I don't even know. It's been 2.5, maybe 3 weeks since I've actually slept through the night like I usually do. So, and I don't mean just getting up once or twice. I mean, I will wake up and I will not sleep for another hour and a half, another hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I'll doze off for a little while. Yeah. So that's kind of keeping going. But anyway, so these challenges. Today's challenge is the 12 cast stones of 2026. This idea came, well, this is not my idea. I think she's calling it a make-along, but I'm not 100% sure. This is from Yarn in Yarns. I will post a picture of her channel right here. Her name is Ange or Angela. And when I saw this, it was around Christmas time, and I had not knit yet. I had not successfully knit yet. Now, my knitting is still not 100%, but this challenge goes for the entire 2026. You cast them all on. The idea is to cast on 12, up to 12 projects, because like Ange says, some people don't like that many whips. Y'all know me. Okay. But I'm reaching out of my comfort zone for this. For one, because I have because of my left side difficulty, I have been without my knitting for way too long. So I thought, okay, let's do this. I can cast them on, and I will take my time throughout 2026 to work on them, right? Okay. So, but the way Ange said it, or Angela says it, is that between Christmas Eve and the end of January, you cast on 12 projects. And she said cast on, meaning knit. But she also went into further, and I will link her intro video to that down below so that, you can get firsthand information if this is something you're interested in. Because it doesn't have to be knit. And that's where I was about to go. She said that it can be knit or crochet. So I'm doing knit only because I crochet a good bit anyway. So I don't want to. Knitting takes longer. Some things. So I want to keep this kind of the knitting, and then I will do my crochet as I go with the other challenge. But now what I was talking about as far as possibly intertwining them, I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. So if I do decide to start using what I knit for this challenge, if I start using that yarn toward the stash busting challenge, I'll let y'all know. I mean, I don't see why they can't run concurrently. I mean, they are going to run concurrently, but I don't see the problem with using, twice or for the same project for both challenges, only because if I used separate knitting projects for each challenge, I don't know. Because 2,026 grams is 71 and a half ounces. So I could use... Okay, no. You know what? I think I'm going to use them together. Because the projects I'm about to show you that I'm going to be doing for the 12 cast-ons for 2026, I'm using stash yarn. Because for some reason in my brain, when I started planning this, I went looking around my stash. Even though it would have been so much easier, y'all, for me to outsource and bring in more yarn. But I was like, no, I was thinking the stash busting. Okay. If I haven't lost you, thank you. What I'm trying to do is I have, and I will show you pictures of all this as I show you. And yes, I have my sparkling eyes. I need it to be caffeine because I am so tired. But I don't need it to be caffeine because I'm so tired. Does that make sense to you? What I meant by that was, and if you see me looking down, I have my laptop up under the camera. And I want to be able to go through, because I put all this on my Ravelry queue. And I don't know that I have 12 picked out yet. Let's see. I have... Hold on. I'm still getting used to Ravelry. So it's not 100%. It's not 100% me functioning with this thing. Okay. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11. Okay. All right. So, what I'm going to start first. And I'm just going to go, and apparently, I thought they had them in numerical order. I mean, not in numerical. alphabetical order on my Ravelry, but I'm wrong. All right. The Aria Tee. I have shown this to you before. This is a beautiful pattern, and the one I started, I ripped out. Well, let's just say it got put in timeout, and I decided I didn't want to pursue that because the two differences in the hand-dyed Hobby Lobby merino was different than the Bella Coco merino, and you could see the two differences, and I didn't like the way it was going to be, so it had to go bye-bye. All right, so Aria Tee come back into play. I will be casting that on, and I think what I'm going to be doing is I do still want to use my hand-dyed merino that I got for clearance and from Hobby Lobby. It might not be that t-shirt. I might have to find one that is maybe a little less yardage, because I still don't want to have to invest all the money that people want for that yarn. I don't even know if it's even available on Etsy anymore. But I have a problem paying more when someone else, they're just saying, okay, so this is discontinued. I'm going to jack the price up because supply and demand. I don't argue with that, but I don't have to pay it, okay? So, anyway, the Aria Tee will now be made, I'm thinking, with Bella Coco. Those merinos, because I got the merino solids in the cream and then the prints. So we'll have to see how that's going to work out. I will keep y'all updated, because this is going to be probably, I don't know if I'm going to separate the two videos, or I might just update you on the stash busting challenge and then the 12 for 26 challenge. We'll see. But anyway, so I don't know if it's going to be 3 videos or 4. Some weeks might have 3, some weeks might have 4. I don't know yet. So keep your eye out for the Aria Tee, because I do think that I love the form of that. I'm hoping it's not going to have too much positive ease, because I am going with the size large. So y'all wish me luck on that one. All right, now the next one. So apparently it's got okay. So the Aria Tee. All right. And now the second top is the Main Street top. This is knit. Now she does have, and I will post all of these down in the description below to the Ravelry. All of these are free. I did not grab any paid patterns. And I don't have a problem with paid patterns. And there's a couple paid patterns that I do want to try. But for now, I still have that hospital bill looming, so I'm not gonna quite do that right now. So, maybe I will once they get back with me and we can work out something. I just don't know. But the Main Street top, she has 2 different versions. She has a hand knit version, and then she has a machine knit version. But I will put both down below, but I don't think do I have any machine knitters with me? I might just put the hand knit one down below, and then if you do have machine knitting, it's there. She, in her blog post, it shows, you can click for machine knitting here, or you can click for hand knitting if you're on the opposite page. So I'll do that. Now the Main Street top, I don't know what yarn I want to use on this one yet. It's a sport weight. And I don't know. I might have some sport weight. I couldn't find anything yesterday when I was looking, trying to get ideas for this. Not for the video, but for this challenge. So I will keep you updated on the Main Street top. All right. Here comes another top. It's just the way they have it in my queue. And it might be because I swore I did hats first. So, I don't know. All right. So the next one is At the Seaside, and it is a knit t-shirt. There's 3 knit t-shirts. Actually, there's 4 knit t-shirts, but we'll get to that. At the Seaside. I really like this one. Sorry, I am so thirsty. I like the striping detail, but I don't know. I think I have... No, I had it wrong. The Main Street was a DK weight. I still don't know which yarn I want to use for that. I do have DK, but most of it's acrylic. And I don't want a summer t-shirt in acrylic in the South. I can't see it happening. I did see some beautiful linen stuff that I wanted to try. But again, I'm trying not to add to my stash, right? So anyway, so the Main Street tee is a DK. And At the Seaside is a sport weight. But again, I don't know. The sport weight that I do have, I don't know if I have enough of. So that's why I was kind of confused on the Main Street top. I'm like, wait. But y'all, I haven't even put on here what yarns I have. I just have them in my queue. Actually, no. I did have 2 on Main Street. Huh. One of them is actually the Yarn Bee that I got from... Do y'all remember when I said I was going to make those 2 crocheted for the 2026 stash busting? Yeah, so I might end up using that because that's a DK weight. They classified it as a 4 weight, I believe, but it is a very light 4 weight. To me, it's a DK weight. I'll try to gauge... I did the gauge swatch for crochet, but I haven't gauge swatched it for knit. So let me do that and see if I can use it. Okay, now back to the Seaside. At the Seaside. I think I have some sport weight that'll work for this. But I don't know. Well, actually, the stripes would work in my favor because if I don't have enough of one color... I could give it a little bit of visual interest and do, yeah, that might make it work better. Okay, so definitely keep you updated on that. All right. The next one is the BeWinbd Hat. I really like this hat. I don't even wear hats. So all the t-shirts in this thing are probably going to be mine. None of the hats are going to be mine. The socks will probably be mine. We'll see. Now, the BeWinbd Hat. I love the spiral that they have on that. And I really, really want to see how that one turns out. I did look at a lot of the different project pages, and because I was going to use a jelly bean yarn, but I was scared that the jelly bean yarn would be too busy with the spiral. And I did see some different variegated yarns in projects, and some of them were too busy. Between the color patterning on the yarn and then the spiral of the hat, it was too much for my taste. So I might go, and that one requires worsted weight. So I might just go with a simple acrylic on that. In fact, I think all my hats are going to be acrylic. That will actually work because either A, I can sell them on the website, or B, I can donate them. We'll see. All right. So here's my final t-shirt. It is the Cable Strata Tee. And I'll put that here. Now, when I was looking at this t-shirt, I fell in love, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to be one I make. And I've actually shown that to y'all before, but I didn't look closely. So it has some striping effect. It has some, I think it has some short rows in it to, you know, kind of add to the visual effect between the stripes or with the stripes. But when I was looking at the designer's photos, I could see through big chunks of what I thought was white or like a light gray. And it turns out it was a lace weight of some kind. And you could see through it. I'm like, oh, no, I don't like that. So, I already had picked out the yarn for this one. Spoiler alert. It goes back to my Joann days. So, when I was working, and, you know, people inevitably mess things up. I've seen it at Michael's. I saw it at work with Joann's. I've seen it at Hobby Lobby. Customers can't keep their fingers out of yarn. And I am a customer, but I don't maul skeins of yarn like these got done. With these, this is the KC hand-dyed. Do y'all remember the hanks of hand-dyed yarn that were like $9.99 a piece? Well, I did buy a few. And in fact, I did the t-shirt that I've shown y'all. It was the Perfect Tee by Originally Lovely. And I wear it sometimes on here, but I used that, and I bought it right when that yarn came out. So it was $40 for that t-shirt. Because, of course, when I went over there, the coupons I had were expired. I was like, all right, I got 40% coupons off. These things are $10 a hank. I'm going to get $6 a hank, right? Yeah. But this was back when I was a customer, okay? I wasn't working there yet. So I made that t-shirt. Love that yarn. And it really washes up well. I was really scared being cotton that it would shrink. I kind of wish it had shrunk a little bit because I made that t-shirt too big. But anyway, talking about the wrong t-shirt. So, on this cable Strata Tee, I did get some extra yarn while I was working there from those hand-dyed because they would get all mangled up, and my manager she said, because I told her I could probably work with them and try to detangle them. She said, no. She says, I'm just going to damage them out. I said, okay, well, what are you going to do with it when you damage it out? Technically, she was supposed to throw it away. That's what Joann's policy was. If anything got damaged, you had to put it in the trash compactor. Thankfully, she did not abide by that, so I have quite a few skeins that I can use. So that's those colors, that hand-dyed, and it's very thin, it's fingering weight, so I'm going to have to check my gauge and probably choose a different size than I normally would because it is, I think they, hold on, let me go back. I have to click on it. Okay, no. So they do call for fingering weight, but they're calling, because of that lace weight, I think it says the lace weight you have to hold two together, and then, okay, I can use my fingering weight. All right, that works. We're going to be cooking with gas. So, that was the last t-shirt. So that is, count them with me. One, the Aria Tee, the Main Street top at the Seaside, and the cable Strata Tee. Boy, think about my wardrobe. That will be 5 knit tops that I have for the summertime, and I'm super excited because even though this is a 12 cast ons for 26, I hope to be done with these before summer. It is January. I think I'm safe. So, oh yeah, and if you haven't caught on with the fact that it's January and I have to the end of January to cast these on, so I'm going to be having to cast on a lot. I don't know if I'll film that because I'm going to have to try to figure out a different way to cast on than my usual because of my left hand. But we'll get more into that as I go. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. This is just kind of the intro saying, this is what I'm doing. This is my plans. And I'm so excited, so I wanted to hurry up and get on here and share it with you. I did have to wait a couple days because the weather has been so icky. I'm like, okay, did Mother Nature forget, she's supposed to reset with the rest of us, right? When the clock strikes midnight? Yes, I'm being goofy. This is sleep deprivation at its finest. Alright, so that was my 4 t-shirts. I already got 1 hat. Now the next one I have on my queue is just my vanilla socks. I think I'm going to do 2 different pair. Y'all know how I said I wanted to get that one off the needles, and I think I'm going to be able to go ahead and get that off the needle. So, good, because, I need those needles. Because I have a lot of socks planned. You'll see this. But anyway, my vanilla socks are basically, I just cast on for my size. I do about 1 inch of ribbing. I don't really know how long. I do 45 rows before I do a no wrap, no turn short row heel. And then I do 58 and then Kitchener stitch the toe. So easy peasy, nothing spectacular. I love my vanilla sock because I like self-striping. I like patterned sock yarn. I don't want details. I do have another sock pattern that I'm going to tell y'all here about in a minute, but I want the sock yarn to shine through when I do my vanilla socks. So that actually counts as 2 because I'm going to do 2 of those. And I don't have a picture of that for you. Actually, I could. No, I really don't have a picture. If you've seen, I back probably about a year ago, I shared all my socks with y'all. Yep, I put myself on full display with my sock making frenzy. Because I make a lot of socks, y'all. It's my go-to. It's the thing that I transport the easiest. But now I'm going to have 12 projects that I can choose for sitting around on the go or, everything in between, right? So we will see. All right, now I have this one piece of hair, y'all. It is irritating the mess out of me. Okay, so vanilla socks. So that was 1. All right, so that's 4 shirts, 1 hat. That's 5. 2 vanilla socks. That's 7. 7 projects. Okay. I only have 5 more. Alright. So the next one is called My Baker's Hat. Now I thought this was a beautiful little plain Jane stockinette stitch hat. Right? And she did it for, she said, her husband. She wanted a hat for her husband. Well, I'm thinking, like the BeWinbd, all of the hats I chose were worsted weight. So, I might hit my jelly bean up. My big twist, it won't be for a guy. Well, I have an orange. But I really don't see guys wearing orange hats like that. I mean, it is jelly beans, so it has the colors wrapped around the main strand, so it probably won't be for a guy. But that's okay. It's still, I think that the jelly bean will add interest where it's just a plain stockinette beanie. So going from the plain stockinette, I'm going to go to the next one, which is 2x2. They use a classic gray, and I thought about using a gray, but I know I showed y'all, if you've been here a second or two, I showed y'all that scarf that I wanted to do, and I think I'm going to do that in the gray. So I really don't want to do 2 projects with that. I may change my mind. I don't know. I may just do Jelly Bean on this one too. I don't know yet. Those are the things that were in my head. Now, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this quickly because it's mostly me talking and showing you things. So, let's see. Oh, I was about to say, I have 4 hats. I don't. I have 3 hats. Oh, no, I have 4 hats. So I have 4 t-shirts and 4 hats. My last hat is just a classic ribbed hat. This one right here. Hang tight. I gotta click on it. Oh, okay. I almost forgot. Now, I got this one from Pearl Soho. And originally it was for, which one was this for? Okay, I think it was for DK weight. The only DK weight I had was the Big Twist Menagerie. And I thought about doing it in that. I still might. Or, I have it saved here. There's 2 versions on Pearl Soho. You can do a DK weight or you can do a worsted weight. And I think I'm going to do the worsted weight. Maybe. We'll see. I might end up going with, oh, hold on. Let me click on this thing. I might end up going with Jelly Bean on it too, honestly. Let's see. I'm sorry. I know. Alright, Pearl Soho. Stop popping things up on me. I love the fact that it's free. I just don't like the fact that I have all this mess popping up on me. Alright. See, they're talking about using cashmere. Your girl has no cashmere in her stash. So, that's not happening. Okay. Alright, so it wasn't worsted. It was Aran. So, they have a DK version and an Aran version. Which a Aran version is basically just a little bit thicker than the worsted. So, I think I might. I don't know yet. I was about to say, I could do one in each and see which one I like. But I'm kind of... It's horrible. As horrible as this sounds, I feel like I'm kind of hoarding. I could say saving. I'm hanging on to the Menagerie. Because even though it's acrylic, it is so soft. And I really think I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I think I bought 1 of every color. Most I bought 2 of every, most of them I bought 2. But I think, see, they're not enough. They're too much for a hat, but they're not enough for a cardigan. But would that not be a wonderful lightweight cardigan in a DK weight? Because this is number 3, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know on this Pearl Soho hat. I have to decide that one. Which was really frustrating because I don't like... Alright. So, let me get back. Alright. Why is it that I can never... Oh, because I have to go to my notebook. All right. So, we are... Nope. I clicked on the wrong thing. See, I'm so confused between projects and queue. I think, oh, it's the projects I want to do. Well, no, it's queue. You have to leave them in queue. All right, so that was my fourth hat. I have the BeWinbd, the Baker's hat, the 2x2, and the Classic Ribbed by Pearl Soho. Now, this one I'm kind of cheat. Kind of like I did on my vanilla sock pattern. I want to do... Now, I said that I have my vanilla sock pattern so that I can let the yarn and the patterning on the yarn shine through, right? Because yeah, I love color. So all of my sock yarns, almost all of my sock yarns are color. There was some Hobie sock yarn that I got. I think it was Rainbow 4-ply sock wool or something back when they were discontinuing it. So I got 2 of every color that I liked. I got 1 of a pink and 1 of a purple, but yeah, hey. Anyway. So, this is Hermoines Everyday Sock. Right here. It's by Erica Luter. I hope I'm not totally messing up her name. I have made Hermoines socks 3 times, I think. I did it in a rich royal blue. No, wait. Those might have been just vanilla. Yeah, I think those might have been. So I've done 2. One has been in a deep, rich purple. And then one was a teal. Like a oceany, deep aqua teal turquoise color. And I love it because the nubs on this pattern looks really, it adds visual interest when you want just a solid sock. Now I have 3 pairs of solid socks. That's it. The rest of my socks are wild and crazy colors. And I don't wear store-bought socks anymore. I wear only my hand knit socks because, you know that video I was telling y'all that I showed all my socks. I don't need store-bought socks. But the good thing is it's something that I love to make and I love to wear. Now some people say that they don't like to wear hand knit socks because of the bumps on the bottom. I got a solution for you. Do an inverted sole. When I would make them for my family, they didn't like the bumps either. I can't feel the bumps, so it doesn't matter to me. But I did a pattern to where I inverted the sole. I inverted the stitches. So on the bottom part where their feet are, is the inside. It's the stockinette stitch. And then the bumps are on the bottom, on the outside. So their foot just slides in and out and no bumps and whatnot. So think about that if you don't like the feel of knitted socks. It's a little bit more tedious because, you're having to purl those stitches when you're working in the round because, normally you just knit around. Well, that's going to give you the bumps on the inside of the sock. So when you get to those sole stitches, you just purl them. It's an inverted sole. Easy peasy. So that is number 11 and 12 because I want to do 2 different colors. Now I told you I have that beautiful aqua tealy green and then I have a beautiful purple. I want to do something a little less crazy. I want to do, I think I'm going to do gray because I still have a lot of sock yarn. It used to be Deborah Norval's sock yarn from Premier. My son loved the charcoal color. And that's all I used to use for his socks. Well, he has to wear work boots now. So he doesn't really wear a whole lot of hand knit socks. So he's like, no, I'm fine, you know. Plus, he likes them a little shorter now than I used to make them for him. And I could go shorter, but he's like, no, that's okay, Mom. All right. You know, all of his entire college career, he wore hand knit socks. But now I guess I don't know. So anyway, I have plenty of that. So I might make me some charcoal gray socks in the Hermione. And then maybe a blue. Because remember I told you that royal blue that I had, those socks? That wasn't with Hermione. So I have maybe 3 different blues, I think, in the Hobie yarn. So I might see which blue, and I might do one of those. So that is it. So we're looking at, hey, look at there. I didn't know that I was going to do this until I just thought about it. Because I was like, that's 4 pair of socks. Wait, I have 4 tees, 4 hats, and 4 pair of socks. There's several things that you did not hear me mention. I didn't mention a sweater. Probably because I'm in the South. I do, and that's where earlier I was talking about, you know, there's a couple paid patterns that I want to try. I would like to do a very lightweight sweater. Because see, when I want to do t-shirts, I want to do fingering weight. But since I'm in the South, I could also do a sweater in fingering weight. Now, granted, when I say fingering weight for tees, usually it's cotton. Or cotton blend. For wintertime, well, except for the Aria Tee, because Bella Coco's merino. But now, when I'm thinking a sweater for the wintertime, it's probably going to be fingering weight, and it's probably going to be merino. I do want to get some linen yarn. Oh, I seen a podcaster the other day. She had done the Claire vest in linen, and I haven't checked the linen. It's a linen that I've never heard of. Oh, it's a brand I've heard of, but I've never looked into. But I'm thinking I might want to do it. I might want to pull the trigger and try to find some good linen yarn. I was going to try to find a cotton linen blend, but that is a thing for a whole nother day, because I have been yapping it way too long. So I do want to try sweaters. But that's one thing you didn't see. You also didn't see any scarves or shawls, anything like that. Scarves, I don't mind. Shawls, there are so many beautiful knit shawls out there. The lace work is amazing. But I'm not a shawl wearer. And I don't know anybody who is. And I don't know if I could make them and sell them on my website, so I've not gravitated toward them. And a shawl is not something I would donate, because those are very time consuming. I wouldn't know. Plus around here, yeah, no. We're just going to say no. We're going to leave it at that. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Keep up with me. I will be doing my cast stones. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to film my cast stones or if I'm going to, I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. What I've seen so far of the format of the way people are doing these videos, they are casting on, and you're seeing them. They're adding little montages of little clips of them, knitting it and everything. So I don't follow the norm, y'all, so I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. I probably will not film the cast on of any of them, just because it is going to be, you know how if you knit you know how you cast on and you have the yarn, imagine my left hand, but you have the yarn like this, and you're doing your needle through to, because I do a long tail cast on. Maybe I should try to see if there's another cast on that would be easier. But honestly, I thought maybe, you know, a sling blade, I mean, not a sling blade, what do they call those? Slingshots, like a B or U. I wonder if I can make something like that and kind of do for cast on. I'll have to figure that out, because I only have till the end of January to get these cast on. So wish me luck. And I know there is no pressure. This is something that I want to do because I want to challenge myself. I want to get my hand in complete working order, because we have been gone too long. The end of December was 3.5 months. I need my hand back. I need it fully functioning. I need it. I think that's part of the reason why I haven't been sleeping very much, because, yeah, we're not getting into all that. Anyway, so hang out with me. Come along on this journey of the 12 cast-ons of 2026, and let's see how these videos actually play out. Hopefully it'll be something. Maybe I've given you some ideas. If y'all want to join the make-along, come on, do it. I think I have reached out to Angela a few times, but I think I might have the wrong email. So I went to her actual website and did a contact form. Now, when y'all contact me from my website, it sends it to my email. So hopefully, I did it on the weekend, and you know how it is. So I'm not expecting a reply back that fast, because I think it's Tuesday. I would look at my calendar, but my calendar still says December. I need somebody to come in here, and I did buy a new calendar, so maybe I need to have somebody come and put that up for me. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you, find you some joy today, something, and maybe one of these patterns, if you knit, maybe they spark some interest and spark some joy, or, hang out with me. Come along on this with me. If nothing more than just watching the videos. That's all you have to do to come with me. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care, and please try to find you some joy and hang on to it. I'll see you later. Bye.